What's up guys, Dark Deli here, playing Farming Simulator 22, and today I want to see how fast we can harvest this field. Now, there's a few things here. This does apply to real life harvesters, so I want to put that out there. I want to see if we can compare this to real life numbers, is kind of what I want to do. This is the field we'll be harvesting right here. You can see if you look in the bottom right hand corner of my screen, the field we'll be harvesting. I'm going to give you all the parameters here. The field we're harvesting, you can see right there in the bottom right hand corner, is 28 hectares. That's how to look at it on the map. It's the big orange Tetris looking yeah, the big orange yeah, right there, that field. So 28 hectares. And now I'll show you some more parameters. I wanted to come to the field first, and we're going to harvest this as quick as we can. And what I'm going to do is, you're not going to have to sit through the whole thing. What I'm going to do is, when we start, when I get everything set up, I'm going to run a timer in the top left hand corner of the screen. So it'll be sped up, and there may be some cuts, and it may be sped up, but the timer will be accurate. Now let's go back to my, let's look at the other parameters. So we see that we got 28 hectares. Whoops, almost hit that guy head on. Sorry. We got a quick car to move in between if we need to. And here's the equipment we'll be using. It's very important. Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. The equipment we'll be using is right here. We're going to be using two identical harvesters, both starting from opposite corners of the field and working inward. So we'll be doing this with two identical CLAAS LEXION 8900 harvesters, each of which will be using the Midwest Durus 60-foot wide header. That's 18.2 meters wide, I believe, starting from opposite ends. Now, I wanted to compare this to real life. My original idea was to compare this to real life, because we'll be running a timer, like I said. It'll be sped up, don't worry. It'll be way sped up, and there may be cuts here and there. Now, I wanted to compare it to real life. Now, Midwest says this header can do 24 hectares an hour. So, two of these working side by side should take it down in, 35-40 minutes. Don't worry, for you it'll only be it'll be way sped up, don't worry. It should be 35-40 minutes, but here's the thing. The way I see it is, that's just the calculation of width versus speed. So then I look up the CLAAS, LEXION 8900 and how much it can process, how many tons per hour it can process. But the thing is, this is a game, realistic though it is a game, and the fact of the matter is, this will process as much as the header can provide. So yeah, I crunched the numbers as much as I could. I'm going to guesstimate 35 to 40 minutes. It won't be that long for you. It'll be like 5 minutes for you, don't worry about it. And I'll have some music or something. Now, yeah, so it's kind of just like, how fast can you process, 28 hectares in Farming Simulator 22 with the biggest, most powerful harvester, yeah, with the widest header possible. We'll be using to run interference. So what I'm going to do is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have the AI run both of these harvesters. I'm going to be running interference with, I do have a fast car here, but I'll be running interference with this truck over here. And I will have this car handy in case I need it, which I doubt I'll need it. We'll be running interference with this guy. Between these two trailers will hold about 150 cubic meters of grain. So it should, totally full. We're looking at probably this whole rig together, totally full of grain. We're looking at possibly over 100 metric tons of weight on the field. So it's a good thing we have 9 axles just spread it out over. So let's get everything set up and let's get going. Let's see how it goes, guys. actually that took, by my count, 58 minutes. So I was a little bit off there. As far as back up, let's go dump this. So, yeah, okay, I was quite a bit off. 58 minutes. There was a little bit of a... I made a mistake in one place, I think, and the AI definitely did, and left that one strip there. The AI, yeah, you saw when I don't know if it's in the video or not, but there's a place where the AI was driving backwards at the field. Yeah, but these things happen. Overall, it was pretty smooth. I managed to run pretty good interference with the truck here. Let's see how much, how many tons of soybean we actually pulled from the field. 58 minutes. That was with two CLAAS LEXION 8900s, running 60-foot wide headers. Yeah, two of them at the same time, and there was really barely a glitch between them. One was my fault, one was the AI's fault. Other than that, I really managed to keep the truck pretty empty, and I was, if there was one thing I was right about, I think the heaviest the truck ever got was 101 tons, I think at one point, before I went to empty it. It was kind of a balancing act, trying to, because this combine right here was running, let's go ahead and let's set this down and close this up. This combine here was running longer runs, while that one over there was running shorter runs. And it made the timing a little difficult, but all in all, it did work out. Let's see how much we ended up pulling in total. Let's go dump this at my farm. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I was really curious. I did not rehearse this. I had no idea. I honestly estimated 35 to 40 minutes, and it was, what, like 58 minutes? I don't know. In editing, I'm going to put a timer up there. I'll know in editing, but it looked to me like 58 minutes, thereabouts. 28 hectares, 260 foot, 60 feet, that's what, 18.2 meter wide. So two 18.2 meter wide headers, which is, to my knowledge, the widest header in the world. I don't know how many loaves of bread that makes. Well, these were soybeans, but let's just pretend it was wheat. Okay. Well, I don't know. Look, look, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of soybeans, though. Let's just put it that way. It's a lot of soybeans. I do live in farmland out here. I live in western Colorado. I do live in farmland, but we don't do soybeans out here. It's different stuff. Let's see. Tip side front. Okay, and we're gonna dump all this in and see how much we pulled from. Okay, so I don't know. Run the numbers, we'll see if this is accurate whatsoever. Once we get all this dumped in, we'll see if our yield maybe is accurate for 28 hectares. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. We'll see. I'm not a farmer. I live in farmland. Doesn't mean I'm a farmer. Let's dump the backside. And okay. Yeah, it takes a second to unload all this. This is going to be quite the yield. I don't know. I'm like really excited to see what the yield was from that one field. Next month, I'll be able to hit the other field. I'll do that on my own time. I was just curious. I wanted to show you guys this. I wanted to see like how realistic it was. Any of you out there who are farmers, tell me how realistic was that 28 hectares, the two biggest harvesters in the world at the same time, 58 minutes, I believe. Again, my timer will show. I'll have to do that in editing. Alright, so let's go ahead and shut this thing down. And let's check. Oh, it's going to save my game, of course. And let's see, soybeans. So we got 250,000 liters. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, because Goldcrest Valley is going to be the highest seller, like it probably is right now. If we click this, yeah, it is by $400 per 1,000 liters. Yeah, Goldcrest Valley is always, it's always the terrain. The terrain's always the highest, because it's the most work. I'm going to have to do a couple of runs back and forth between here and there's a railroad co-op. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, very tight. Put my screen down there. You can see the tippy top of the grain elevators down there. That's the grain elevator for the train station. We're going to run it down there in my own time, Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully, well, I'm sure I cut this down so it was quick, but it took me 58 minutes running interference on this truck as quick as I could back and forth. There was only one point where one of the tanks got full, and yeah, you saw there was one point where one of the tanks got full. It was worker C, and I had to hop in and take control of the harvester. There was also one point where there was that one strip missing, and I had to run over it really quick with my semi just to catch up with the other one. But really, I'd say that was a pretty good and efficiently well done job. Pat myself on the back. 58 minutes, 28 hectares. Any of you guys who are real farmers in real life, or even in this game, tell me if you think that's good or not. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I was curious to see what we could do. Curious to see how realistically these things could perform. Here we go. Yeah, I was curious to see. Again, the CLAAS LEXION 8900 is the biggest, most powerful harvester in the world. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Dark Dally. Definitely leave a comment if you liked or didn't like the video. Leave a like or a dislike, whatever. Just interact with me, and trust me, we got some cool stuff coming up that if you didn't like this, you will like what's coming up next. Thanks guys so much for watching. I'm Dark Dally. I will catch you all next time.